Okay. So you should calculate 1 month, what will be the score? How many deeps burned? You may reach some 50,000 or maybe more, who knows? More than that. Jai Ho, Jai Ho. Shri Kartik Maas ki Jai. Because everyone who burns a deep and offers to the Lord, their material life khatam ho gaya. Material life is finished. So it's very kind of all of you, because people, they do not know this. People are in ignorance. So they need the assistance, the help of the devotees to guide them. That yes, it's not a big endeavor to offer a deep, but if you offer a deep to Krishna, then so much benefit is there. So people are in ignorance. They need to have the buddhi yogam, the good intelligence that comes from the devotees. And we'll discuss more about that in today's class. How good intelligence comes from the Lord, comes from the devotees, and what actually is good intelligence. Because there are so many different kinds of intelligence in this world. But before we get on with this discussion, let us just briefly review this section of Srimad Bhagavatam. We're reading Canto 4, Chapter 29. It's called Talks Between Narada and King Prachinabhari. So Narada Muni has just instructed King Prachinabhari for several chapters using the allegory of King Paranjana. And King Paranjana is the king of a city with 9 gates. And in this way, Narada Muni is endeavoring to instruct King Prachinabhari. Because that is the activity of devotees. Tatikshasva karunikaha suridam sarvadehinaha ajata shatrava shanta sadavaha sadhubhushanaha. That because of their karunika, because they're so merciful, they desire to give Krishna consciousness to others. So Narada Muni is a great example of the wonderful, merciful Vaishnava that's giving Krishna consciousness to others, to King Prachinabhari. And we're so fortunate that by the grace of Srila Bhaicharana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, we have a chance to listen in on this wonderful conversation between Narada Muni and King Prachinabhari. And in today's verse, Narada Muni is explaining about intelligence. He says, Buddhim tu pramadam vidyan. He says that the word, in the translation, the word pramada mentioned in this regard refers to material intelligence or ignorance. It is to be understood as such. So we're talking about pramada buddhi or mad buddhi, that material intelligence. So there are different levels of intelligence in different modes of material nature, tamagun, rajagun, sattvagun, shuddha sattva. So there's different kinds of intelligence. Even the plants have intelligence. Like if you put a plant near a window, the plant will grow in the direction of the sun. How does the plant know how to do that? It's because the plant has some intelligence. And if you are keeping some milk in the kitchen and some cat wants to drink the milk, the cat will not just come while you're standing there. The cat will wait until you've gone out for a moment, and then the cat will run in and grab the milk. So cats have intelligence, but this is very low-level intelligence. Human beings, they have a higher level of intelligence. We make cars, we make airplanes. Can a cat or a mouse make a car or an airplane? No. So their intelligence of a human is much higher. But if the human intelligence is only used for material sense gratification, then that intelligence is just wasted. It's not the highest intelligence. Yehi samsparsha jaboga dukyo naiva evate yadantavanta konteya nateshu ramate buddhaha. That one should have the intelligence to know that one's intelligence should not just be used for sense gratification. One should pursue Krishna consciousness with one's intelligence. When I was a young man, as Revatipati Prabhu was mentioning earlier, I went to Berklee College of Music, and I studied music very seriously my whole life, and many instruments. And my main instrument in Berklee College of Music was guitar. I was a guitar player. I would practice 6 hours a day on the weekdays and 12 hours a day on the weekends when I didn't have classes. And I was surrounded by the best guitar players in the world. There were 2,000 guitar players in the school. There were only about 3,000 students, but 2,000 of them were guitar players. So the guitar was the highest level of competition. So it was very, very intense. And I would listen to guitar players all the time. I'd associate with guitar players. I had the greatest guitar teachers in the world. And I was getting better and better. So yesterday I found out that there's a boy who, now he's 10 years old, but at the age of 9, he won a competition in guitar for, Australia's Got Talent. And when he performed as a 9.5-year-old boy, he'd only been playing for 2.5 years. And I'd been playing my whole life and so many hours, everyday practice, and he was way better than I could ever hope to be in this lifetime. He was so good. One of the judges said, "It sounds like you've been playing for 4 lifetimes." And it gave me actually a lot of faith in this principle of Punarjanma. Because to see a 9.5-year-old boy playing way better than I had achieved that level after so much intense training and study, and I was just incredibly amazed. But then I was thinking, okay, this boy has some incredible musical intelligence, and he can learn to play any song after just playing it 2 or 3 times. He could immediately learn things. But this is material intelligence. This intelligence will not help him to escape this punarjanma, this cycle of birth and death. Brahma bhuvana loke punar arvartino juna mamupecha tu konteya punarjanma na vidyate. So Bhagavad Gita 8:16 explains that the living entity is traveling in this universe from the lowest planetary system to the highest planetary system, but all are places of repeated birth and death. And everyone experiences janma, mrityu, jara, vyadi, birth, death, disease, and old age. So he has this boy, his name is Taj, from Australia. Now he's 10 years old. He's performing all across the world now at the age of 10. So he has a great musical intelligence. But what about the birds? They also sing very sweetly, and they also have a wonderful musical intelligence. So Prabhupada quotes in the purport today, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, text number 10. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Tesham satata yuktanam. To those who are constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give them the understanding by which they can come to me, Krishna says. Tesham, unto them, satata, always, constantly, yuktanam, connected, constantly connected with me in buddhi yogam. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. They do bhajan, they worship me, they're doing bhakti yoga. What's their mood? Priti purvakam. They worship me with love. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. Krishna says dadami means I give. Buddhi yogam means real intelligence. Yena mam upayanti te. That intelligence by which they can come back to me. So this is the highest level of intelligence. We're not interested in being super expert scholars in higher mathematics. We're not interested in being super scholars in guitar playing. We're not interested in being super scholars in linguistics and learning many, many languages. We should be fully absorbed in bhajatam priti purvakam, in worshiping Krishna with love. And this is the highest level for any yogi who's connecting with Krishna. Yoginam api sarvesham madgantiratmanatmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yuktatamo mataha. Chapter 6, text 47, Krishna explains that one should be constantly engaged in devotional service and always think of Krishna within himself and worship him with love. This is the highest level of devotion. So then, what will happen to this boy who's playing the guitar if he does not come in contact with devotees? He'll get some beautiful girlfriend, and then he'll get fully bewildered. As Prabhupada quotes in the verse today, from I believe it's 5th canto, Rishabh Dev is speaking. He says, Puman striya maituni bhava metan taror mito hridaya grantimahu atogriha kshetra sutapta viter janasya mohoyam aham mimeti. So pumsam striyo maituni bhava metan. When a pumsam, a man and a striya, when they unite, this maituni bhavam develops. Maituni is like they become very much inseparable. They become a team. They become a pair. They become a couple. The word couple is used all the time. So maituni also refers to the twins, in the stars, in the Jyotish. When you see in the constellations, there's the twin, maituni, there's the twins. So they become inseparable. Hridaya grantimahu, a very strong knot develops within the heart. Hridaya grantim, a very strong knot in the heart develops. Then atogriha kshetras vitapta suter. Vitata suter. Atogriha kshetra sutapta viter. The griha, the house, the kshetra, the land, the sutta, the sons, viter, wealth, all these things come. And as a result, janasya mohoyam aham mameti. One becomes fully bewildered, moham. And one thing, says Prabhupada, is writing in the purport today 3 times, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. It's very unusual, Prabhupada, to write in the purport 3 things. Because when you give 3 things in a row, it gives added emphasis. Like we know this verse, Harinama, Harinama, Harinameva Kevalam, Kolonasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gatiranyata. In the age of Kali, one should chant the holy name, chant the holy name, chant the holy name. There's no other way, no other way, no other way. So, this is the meaning of real Buddhi Yogam, is to take the instructions of the Supreme Lord and practice the Yuga Dharma. Krishna Varnam Trisha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yagyai Sankirtana Prayer Yajantihi Su Medasaha. So real Medasaha. Medasaha means intelligence. Su means very much. Su, Superman! Super intelligence, Sumeda Saha, very, very intelligent. A person with Sumeda Saha will take up this chanting of the holy names. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. Why this chanting is important? Prabhupada mentions towards the end of the purport that by this chanting, the heart will be cleansed of these misconceptions of I am mine, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. Therefore, Prabhupada quotes this famous verse, Cheto dharpanam marjanam Bhavamahadavagni nirvarpanam Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Svaranam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. So from my experience, I grew up in New York City, the Kali Yuga Rajdhani. And I was surrounded by all kinds of bad association. I used to go to a park to play with my friends. And every day, Uncle John, the ice cream man, would come with his truck. Do you have Uncle John here in India also? I think maybe I've seen it here. So I was small. We would call, Uncle John, we want ice cream. So he would sell us ice cream. And I came back a few years later to that place after my family had moved, and to that same park. I said, "Where is Uncle John?" And my friend said, "He got arrested for selling cocaine out of his ice cream truck." So this is the kind of association that I was surrounded with. But by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, the mercy of his followers, that I've been so fortunate to receive this message of Krishna consciousness, to have access to this higher intelligence, to go beyond just trying to enjoy the senses and suffer. And so we should understand, Bharata Bhumate Hoy Manusya Janmajar Janmasatakakari Para Upakar, that we should make our lives successful by becoming Krishna conscious and then help others become Krishna conscious. This will be good for us, this will be good for others also. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Are there any questions or comments? Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for your wonderful class. I have one question that we hear this Aham Mama, that we know that nothing belongs to me. Then we tell to ourselves for many times also. But after that also we tends to go into that zone and accepting things as mine. We are attached to those things. So it is just intellectual understanding that nothing belongs to me, because Lord Krishna also explained to Uddhava in 11th canto that that is Jnana Yoga, nothing belongs to me. So it is just intellectual understanding we have to tell ourselves, or it will go into deep, or what is deeper
We have
understanding?
to go deeper. We have to go deeper.
So how we can move?
How to go deeper. So question is, what is this aham mameti? This is mine. And how to overcome this? Is it just by intellectual understanding? Just by reading the scriptures we can understand? Or is there something more involved? Actually, we need both gyan, that's the intellectual understanding, and we also need vigyan. Vigyan is the realization. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna explains the qualities of the Brahmana. Shamo damas tapasho cham shantir arjavam evacha jnanam vijnanam astikyam brahma karma svabhavajam. He's peaceful, he's self-controlled, he's clean, he's austere, he's religious. He has jnanam vijnanam astikyam. Jnanam, he has knowledge, and vijnanam, he has realization. So both of these are required for us. So jnanam is like you go into the Govinda's restaurant and you get the menu and you see there are so many wonderful preparations. There's idlis, there's samosas, there's doshas, there's pasta, udara pasta, so many things are there. So then you make an order. You ask the devotee, please bring me 2 samosas with chutney and tomato ketchup. So then he brings the samosas and you taste them. That is the Vigyan. So just knowing what is on the menu, that is a Gyan. And actually having the experience, that is the Vigyan. So this is actually the important aspect of bhakti is experienced. It's not just armchair philosophy. Armchair is like you sit in a big chair, like this, and you just talk, and you don't actually modify your behavior. Like there are so many scholars of Bhagavad Gita, they discuss Gita over cocktails. You know, they drink and they smoke and they discuss Bhagavad Gita. So-called intellectuals. But Bhagavad Gita means Raja Vidya Rajaguyam Pavitramidam Uttamam Prajakshavagamam Dharmyam Susukam Kartam Avyayam. Bhagavad Gita, Raja Vidya, king of knowledge, Rajaguyam, king of secrets, Pavitram, pure, Rajavidya, Rajaguyam, Pavitram, Idam Uttamam, the topmost knowledge. Prajakshavangamam Dharmyam. Prajakshavangamam Dharmyam means can be experienced by the senses. So we have to experience it. Susukam, we use the word sukha means happy. Su means very happy. Superman, super happy. Susukam kartam avyayam, everlasting. So everlasting happiness. So we have to have this vigyan, this realization. So how will this realization come? We have to practice. Abhyasa yogena tato. We have to practice devotional service. Ideally in the association of devotees. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada has given us this wonderful process. We have an opportunity to come together, to hear and chant. There's a powerful morning program. We can practice devotional service under the directions of the spiritual master. We have so many wonderful opportunities. See, these devotees are cutting up this string, and they're so blissful. I see they're smiling. They're just in ecstasy. So where else you will go and find people cutting string for 1 hour for no salary and being blissful? So this is the practical experience. We engage in devotional service, we have that experience. When I was a new devotee, 1991, I went on Padayatra. I walked through Holland, Belgium, France, and Spain. And all day long, sometimes 12 hours a day, we were doing Harinam Sankirtan, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. And I was feeling that I am so happy now. I am satisfied. I could be doing the same service for the rest of my life with these same devotees and be fully satisfied. I don't want anything else. Or koi icha ne. No more other desire than that. So then I was thinking, this is great, because all the materialists, they're always desiring something more. The grass is always greener on the other side of the street. They want a better cell phone, they want a better CD player, they want a better laptop, a bigger house, a bigger car, a more beautiful wife. The materialists, they have unlimited desires. But I was feeling so happy and satisfied. Then I read this verse, Savaipum samparo dharmo yato bhaktirad hoksaje ahoitaki apratiyata Yayatma suprasidati. Savaipum samparo dharmo. The topmost occupation for a human being, yato bhaktir ad hoksaje, is devotional service unto the supreme transcendence. Ahoitaki apratiyata. It should be unmotivated and uninterrupted. As a result, yayatma suprasidati. Superman, super prasidati, super happy, super satisfied. So one has to experience this super. Param drisva navartate. One can experience a higher taste. And that is through the practice of devotional service. And most importantly, through the chanting of the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Does that answer your question, Prabhu? Thank you so much. Or kuch chahiye? Prashna, sawal. Yes. Chaliye.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for wonderful class. Actually, you were saying that like your times you were in bad association, but still we find in case we are in good association, but after later on period we develop some familiarity bits and we start offending devotee. And sometimes we thinking that this is only meant for me. Like we have developed the demanding natures, although it shouldn't be. But so how should we deal with the devotee so that we can be grateful for the all devotee all the time for the.
Yes, thank you for your question. Question is that how to cultivate this mood of gratitude to prevent the danger of falling into Vaishnav aparad. Being in the association of devotees, there's a possibility of offending devotees. So we have to constantly hear so that our consciousness is purified. Om Jnana Tramandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. That the Upadesh, the instructions, the shiksha of the Guru will enlighten our hearts so that we can understand what is the proper way to associate with devotees. We have to be grateful, otherwise we are only great fool, right? So we don't want to be great fool, we have to be grateful. So in any how-to question, how to do this, how to do that, how to do the other thing, in Krishna consciousness, the answer to any how is by chanting the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Therefore we should chant constantly, and therefore we should endeavor to cultivate humility. Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahishnuna, amanina manadena, kirtaniya sadahari. That one should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself suniche, Lord, super niche, suniche, super niche, very small, lower than the straw in the street, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and desiring to give all respect to others and not desiring any respect for ourselves. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Does that answer your question, Prabhu? Very good, thank you very much. So we're at our 8:55 mark and we have another hand. So what should we, and two more hands, what should we do? Should I take their questions personally after the class, or should we continue a little longer? Okay, so we'll take two more and I'll try to give short answers. Thank you. Start with Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for your class. This, like in your introduction, it was told that you go for Padayatra outside India. Like,
Yes.
So in India, we hear from devotees. Last time they came here,
Yes.
these Padayatra devotees. So they were sharing their experience that in the villages, people are very favorable. They welcome the Padayatra, and night staying also. They stay in some temple in village like that. So outside India, how they receive this Padayatra in the villages? What is your experience there?
So my experience in the way that the people receive the padayatras in the villages outside India is mixed. There's mixed reception. Some people are very favorable and some people are very unfavorable. So I remember one time we would stay in army tents. Every night we would sleep in a different place. We would carry these tents with us. 20 devotees could sleep in one tent. But we needed to set the tents up somewhere. We could not just set them up on the road. So usually we would approach some farmer an advance party would go and say, there's a group of pilgrims walking, we have a tent. Can we set it up in your field? And they would go dressed in Western clothes, without tilak, so that he would say yes, right? So he would say yes, and then all of a sudden, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, all the devotees would come, and sometimes they would be very receptive, oh great, and sometimes they would say, you know, we told you that you could stay here tonight, but we changed our minds, you have to find another place. So these two things happens, but it's always the mercy of Krishna. Ye yatamam prapadyante tamstataiva bhajamyaham. We just depend upon Krishna, yogakshemam vahamyaham. He provides what we need, He protects what we have, and He provides what we lack. So Padayatra is a great opportunity because it puts you at the mercy of Krishna. You have very small capacity to control. You just see, actually we never have capacity to control. Krishna is Param Ishwar. But Padayatra is a program where you see Krishna's hand in very often. So to answer your question, the response of the villagers are sometimes very favorable. Sometimes they'll come, they'll bring donations. I remember we were chanting through one village in Spain, and people were throwing donations out their window. You know, money and everything, and we were catching all these donations. And sometimes we go to a farmer's field and he says, you know, I said you could stay here. And it was dark. You know, we'd been walking 12 or more kilometers, and he'd say, you have to find another place. So it's mixed reactions. But you have to always see it as the mercy of Krishna. Is that all right? Hare Krishna. Okay, last question. We can speak personally after the class.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances, Prabhuji. I find this Krishna consciousness is extremely beautiful, and so many things I want to do at a time, and sometimes I get messed up with the things. Unable to dedicate as much as time is required or I want to put into. So kindly guide me for the same.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So it seems like you're very enthusiastic about Krishna consciousness.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And you're finding that you want to do so many things.
Yes.
But sometimes difficult to balance all the things properly.
Yes.
So how to balance it? So Prabhupada gave us 3 different criteria, 3 different areas.
Yes.
Health, sadhana, and service. So the most important is the health. If the health is not proper, then the sadhana will not be proper.
Okay.
And if the sadhana is not proper, then
Yes.
the seva will not be proper. So ultimately we want to offer the best service to Krishna. So in order to do that, we need to have good health
Yes.
and good sadhana.
Yes.
And then we can offer nice service. And when in doubt, seek the counseling of the senior devotees,
Yes.
how to balance things. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And I'd like to thank all of you this morning for your kind association here in the Srimad Bhagavatam class. Thank you for this opportunity to purify myself and have all of your darshan. May Bahud Bhagyavan Hum. I'm very fortunate. Thank you very much. May aap sab Bahud Bari Hum. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thy Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo.
His Grace Ekalavya Prabhu ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Bahud Dhanyavad. Hare Krishna. Super.